All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something truly incredible, one of the most fundamental processes in all of biology, human reproduction. We're going to trace this amazing journey from just two single cells, each with half a story to tell, all the way to the complex beginning of a brand new human life.
So, how does this all actually work? How is a new human life created? It's a question that's fascinated people forever, right? It's like this biological masterpiece of timing and chemistry, and we're going to break it all down step by step.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at the basic blueprint for new life. Then we'll check out the male and female systems. After that, how the key ingredients get made. We'll follow the incredible 9-month journey. And finally, we'll talk about birth and a new beginning. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, the blueprint. So, at its very core, you got to think of human reproduction like a team sport. It's what we call sexual reproduction, which basically means you need the genetic instruction manuals from two different parents to create a totally new and unique person.
Now, here's a key word for you, viviparous. What does that mean? Well, unlike birds or reptiles that lay eggs, humans are viviparous. We grow our babies inside the body. And this is a huge evolutionary advantage, right? It's like the ultimate protective incubator, giving this tiny, developing life a stable, safe, and nourishing place to get started.
Okay, so with that foundation laid, let's take a tour of the two incredibly specialized systems that make all of this possible. Each one has a totally different job to do, a unique set of tools for this, intricate biological dance.
And the whole process, the entire thing, hinges on these special cells called gametes. You know them as sperm in males and the ovum, or egg, in females. Think of them this way. Most of our cells have a full set of 46 chromosomes, right? The complete blueprint. But gametes, they only carry half, just 23. They're basically half messages, waiting to combine to create a brand new, complete story.
So let's look at the male system first. Honestly, you can think of it as a super efficient factory. Its main job, to produce and deliver sperm. Inside the testes, you've got these miles of tiny coiled tubes where sperm are just constantly being made. And that pouch holding them, the scrotum, it's actually a brilliant piece of biological engineering. It's a cooling system. It keeps the temperature just a little bit lower than the rest of the body, which is absolutely crucial for making healthy sperm. Now, the female system is a whole different ballgame. It's got a dual role. First, it has to produce the egg, the ovum. But then, its other huge job is to provide a safe and nurturing home for 9 whole months. The star of the show here is really the uterus. Every single month, its inner lining, the endometrium, builds itself up, gets all rich and nutrient-packed, basically getting the nursery ready just in case a fertilized egg shows up.
Okay, let's zoom way in now, down to the microscopic level. Because the way sperm and eggs are actually created, processes called Spermatogenesis and Oogenesis, they could not be more different. And these different strategies are totally key to understanding the whole story.
So take a look at this. What's so cool about this image is it's like a snapshot of everything happening inside an ovary at once. You can see the whole life cycle of the follicle, which is the little support system for the egg. See? You've got these tiny primary ones, and they grow and develop all the way up to this big, mature one that's ready to release an egg. It's this constant, ongoing cycle of development and selection.
And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. You can really see the two completely different strategies here. Spermatogenesis, making sperm, is all about quantity. It's a continuous production line that starts at puberty and cranks out millions of tiny sperm every day. Oogenesis, on the other hand, is all about quality over quantity. It actually begins before a female is even born. And then, once the cycle starts, it focuses all its energy and resources into making just one big, nutrient-packed ovum each month. It's all about giving that potential embryo the absolute best possible start in life. All right, now for the main event. We've got the key ingredients, so what happens when they meet? Well, their fusion kicks off this absolutely extraordinary 9-month journey, a process that transforms one single cell into a complex, tiny human being.
So, the stage for this whole journey is set every single month by the menstrual cycle. The best way to think about it is like the body is meticulously preparing a guest room, that uterine lining, the endometrium. It's getting everything perfect, just in case an embryo arrives. And if one doesn't implant, well, the lining is shed, and the whole process of redecorating starts all over again for the next month.
This whole sequence of events it's just an epic journey. It's a race against unbelievable odds. You've got millions of sperm starting this race, but only a tiny, tiny fraction even get close to the egg. And in the end, only one, just one, can succeed. The second that one sperm gets through, a chemical shield slams shut, blocking all the others out. This new cell, the zygote, it starts dividing almost immediately as it makes its way to the uterus. And when it finally snuggles in and implants in that uterine wall, that's it. Pregnancy has officially begun. So as soon as that implantation happens, the body gets busy building something amazing, a whole new temporary organ called the placenta. This thing is the absolute lifeline between the mother and the fetus. Connected by the umbilical cord, the placenta literally does the job of the lungs, the kidneys, and the digestive system for the developing baby. It brings in all the good stuff, oxygen, nutrients, and takes away all the waste. It is, quite simply, the baby's life support system.
And this timeline, I mean, it just shows you the breathtaking speed of development. Just think about this for a second. In the very first month, a heart is formed and it starts to beat. By the end of the first trimester, just 3 months, nearly all the major organ systems are already there. The rest of the 9 months is all about growth and fine-tuning, until that single cell has orchestrated its own transformation into a fully formed human being. It's just mind-blowing.
Okay, let's move on to the grand finale of our journey, the end of the pregnancy, and the dramatic, powerful start of a brand new life outside the womb. So here's something fascinating. The signal to actually start labor, or parturition, to use the scientific term, it doesn't come from the mother. It comes from the fully developed fetus. Those signals trigger the mother's body to release a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin causes the uterus to contract, and those contractions then stimulate the release of more oxytocin. It creates this powerful positive feedback loop that just builds and builds until the baby is delivered.
And right after birth, another absolutely critical process kicks in: lactation. Now, that very first milk that's produced isn't just regular milk. It's a special super-powered substance called colostrum. It's not just food. It's like the baby's first vaccination. It's packed with antibodies, giving the newborn a crucial defense system to protect it from all the new germs in its new environment.
Which brings us to a really important biological fact, something stated very clearly in our source material. Biologically, the sex of a baby is determined by the father. Why? Because the female egg always carries an X chromosome. Always. So it all comes down to the sperm. If the sperm that fertilizes the egg is carrying an X chromosome, you get a female. If it's carrying a Y chromosome, you get a male. Simple as that. And that really leaves us with one final big thought to chew on. We've just gone through the clear-cut science of how sex is determined, right? It's all about that X or Y chromosome from the father. So why has this scientific fact been so often ignored throughout history? Why, in so many cultures, have women been the ones blamed or praised for the sex of their children? It's a really powerful place where biology crashes right into culture and society. Definitely something to think about.